Pigskin Holiday. In the hot seat. Third quarter this time, I'm getting all my time.
Yeah. CT says, I'm getting mine.
It's mine. First off, I just want to say that unless Ahmed Bradshaw puts up 60 points, which is unfathomable at this point, I'm going to be 2-0 in fantasy.
Oh.
You have the day off scheduled?
No.
Is that your bye week?
Bye, Carl.
Yes. First off, I'd like to kind of touch on New England, the tight end situation there. Gronkowski is a monster.
Great
He is
team
putting
yesterday.
up points all over the place. He's such a big guy, great hands,
Yeah.
easy target, red zone monster. What do you think?
Which, you know, honestly, having that kind of a threat for New England and for Tom Brady is going to be bad for the Jets anytime that they play them, because the Jets are generally, like, their corners aren't really so good in the middle. And tight, I mean, that's where your tight end is almost all the time, is over, you know, slant routes and,
Yep.
you know, 5 and outs and shit like that, you know, so it's going to, you know, once Hernandez gets back in, you know, after coming off the injury, and they can go back to that dual threat. I don't even know if they need the dual threat right now, because Gronkowski is he's
a monster.
Yeah, he's putting it
Do
up.
you think that the Jets might have had something to do with them acquiring those guys?
I
last
do,
year?
yeah, absolutely. Because when you have a team like that that's in your division, especially with that kind of known defense, I mean, that's one thing that you and I talk about all the time, is, like, you know, how outstanding New England is as far as offense, but how great the Jets are against New England as far as defensively, not just against New England, but everybody.
Anybody, exactly.
Yes, and those teams go back so far. I mean, you know, all those teams in the AFC East are pretty much like just hating each other. So, you know, they're, you know, he's an animal, man. Gronkowski's a man.
Well, I think once again we have set the tone, because we talked about in previous episodes about how important a tight end is, and if you have a good tight end in your offense, like a Jason Witten, or back in the day Jay Novacek when the Cowboys won them bowls, you're a balanced offense.
Yeah.
If you have a running back out of the backfield, by the way, the Dallas running game, Felix Jones, down the tank this week. But if you have a running game and a running back out of the backfield and a tight end, I mean, and a quarterback who can take care of things in and out of the pocket, it's hard to beat.
It is. So, Detroit.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about Detroit? I think that they are really trying to put all the naysayers down. They've kind of had a rough, basically forever, and they are really building towards putting that to an end.
I think that they are trying to at least show people that there's more to the Detroit Lions than Barry Sanders.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I know what the secret is.
Yeah. What's that?
The absence of Matt Millen.
Yes.
Change in the personnel in the office and the suits and the decisions has made a new attitude in Detroit.
Yeah, and you have a young coach and you have a young team.
Well, you're a Lion. You got to get tough. Not the paper line with Alan Alda.
Right.
You got to get tough. And when they got rid of Matt Millen, whatever his thought process was, they went defense on their draft picks. They got a quarterback, a young hotshot quarterback in Stafford, who, if he stays healthy, we know will be good. You know, the defense side looks great, but the whole team has that attitude of, hey, we're a ferocious line.
Yeah.
Hear me roar, and they are.
Yeah. I mean, they are quickly making people take them seriously. So, and it makes me happy. It's like they're a team after my own heart. you know? They're putting points on the board. He's spreading the ball around. I mean, he's showing.
Their defense is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for them.
Oh yeah.
I'm wanting to see them
team. That's our sleeper team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're on the same page there. What do you think about the Titans, Ed? What do you think's going on with them?
I'm kind of surprised, you know, that they actually won a game.
Yeah.
I didn't take them seriously. You know,
No.
I said that, you know, when we
You
first
did.
started the season here. But, you know, Hasselbeck is a seasoned journeyman quarterback. So
Yeah.
you're going to put someone back there. He wants to put someone that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
CJ signed his contract, and he's not quite back in form yet.
No, he's not.
But I think that you got to give that a little bit of time, I guess. You got to give the guy a little bit of a break. But when you sign that contract, people expect more of you. I want to point to Steven Jackson when he held out here in St. Louis. It humbled him. He used to talk a lot of trash, even about his stats and about him. And we're all like, no, that's that, you know? And after that, he didn't do that no more. He put team first, and he worked harder, and he humbled himself as far as what he said in the press and in the public. And, you know, but he still has the injury bug. But he did grow up as an NFL player. This is the NFL. You have to handle yourself accordingly. And when you hold out, the spotlight is on you, and it's not so bright. I mean, it is bright, and it burns, but it doesn't make you bright.
Right.
It dims you.
Yeah.
So
It can.
let's get lit.
All right. What do you think about Kansas City? What's going on with them?
I think that,
I mean, it's looking extremely bad for them right now.
There are things.
This is abysmal.
There are particular things that you can point out. I mean, lack of running game in 2 games, especially coming off of a season where
Jamal Charles is out for the season.
and then Jamal Charles. I mean, that's a hit right there. And then,
Big one.
Yeah, and then you have Matt Castle, who is oddly enough fairly inconsistent this year. Which, I mean, he's never been a huge numbers guy. He's never been up there with the #1 passes or anything like that.
No.
But he's not even really showing us the Matt Castle of old, like the 11-5 in New England Matt Castle, and
Yeah,
what did they go last year? What was it? I think they went 11-5 also last year. Kansas City did.
So they went to the playoffs, and
Yeah.
they had a lot of Chiefs fever was back.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I mean, it is the second game, but
These are 2 big losses, though. Huge losses. They
Scored
had
like
10
6
points
in 2 weeks.
total.
Maybe
10 points
10
total.
points, yeah.
They had
and-
7 their first game, 3 this game.
and 2 very disappointing games for Matt Castle. I mean,
But,
he's
but
just,
let's not forget the 2 teams they lost to. They lost the opening week to Buffalo, who proved yesterday they're for real,
Right.
behind Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
And then this week they lost to a good, improving Detroit team.
Right.
So, I mean, it's not good to lose these 2 games, but they're not bad losses. The point total is a little disturbing.
yeah.
I mean, they're
And the
bad
injuries are
losses for
gonna
the
suck.
fact, though, you didn't see this happening for Buffalo. You didn't see them being 2-0 right now. You wouldn't have seen that. We talked about that we didn't take them seriously.
We didn't take them
Right.
And they made us eat those words
Yeah,
the
they're-
first week and
Oh!
this week.
Mhm.
Exactly. And then, I mean, Detroit, I expected Detroit to win. I did not expect Detroit to blow them out.
No.
And
No.
Well, again, in the first half, like a lot of games this week, the first half was not that bad. The Chiefs competed. But they lost their heart somewhere along the line.
yeah,
And my problem is, we were worried about the Colts, going into the season. And they are 0-2, but they lost a close game yesterday. They
Mhm.
competed.
To an improving Cleveland team, by the way, too. So
Right.
Exactly. And so
Yeah.
they could have
Bills got
got blown
2
out. They
TDs.
did.
yeah.
But I think now the problem was in the Chiefs. Todd Haley,
Mm-hmm.
won't be there long.
No.
Maybe not through the year.
all right, Ed. Now it's time for me to hit you up here, bud. Tony Romo. Last week, you dogged the boy pretty bad, and we was right there with you. That attitude he had towards a lot of stuff was bad. But he showed some extreme resilience this week.
He did.
I mean, he fractured rib, punctured lung, came back in after being taken out and saying, no more playing. He came back in anyway and brought them back to a win. What do you think about that?
You got a minute?
I do. I do. I want your opinion on this. This is your team. These are your boys. And you've been, you made it very clear you're not a Romo fan. But what do you think now? What do you think about his heart?
Let's just rewind to last week. There was 2 things that stood out to me. Was obviously the fourth quarter play when the snap came to him and it hit him in the chest and fell down. And he laughed it off, which really destroyed my thought of my respect for Tony Romo.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then, but as far as and I was hard on him last week. You
were.
guys didn't see that because that hasn't aired yet.
Yeah.
It's going to be on cable next week.
It was pretty bad.
But I called him an effort.
Yes, you did. You dogged him through the whole show.
I was pretty mad, dude. I was pretty pissed when my Cowboys were having to
Can't
deal with
blame you though.
The rest of the team played well. Why didn't he? Anyway, but I did get a chance just this week to catch his post-game press conference, and he said the right things. He took the blame, took responsibility, and I think that's why he played the way he played this week. When he got knocked out, the game was pretty much competitive. As he got knocked out, the Niners kind of moved ahead. And then Qtr came in and threw 2 picks just during the third quarter, because Romo missed most of the third quarter. But the defense was able to kind of maintain a little bit of a steadiness, kind of keep the game within grasp. And then when Qtr threw those 2 picks, I don't know if they called on Tony or Tony called on himself. Took the shots, came back out from that punctured lung and fractured rib, and he did a fantastic job. He was a leader on the field, and he found Jesse Holly.
Yes.
The winner of Michael Irvin's Playmakers. I keep plugging that because I love that show.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that a guy came from, a regular man with a wife and kids that gave up on football, or football gave up on him, injuries, whatever.
Just like the Marky Mark movie.
Just not a good chance,
Yep.
or whatever the story, I forget what the story was, but the dude wanted it. He tasted it, he wanted it for him, he wanted it for his family, and he had a fantastic game yesterday in the absence of Des Bryant.
Yes.
So, but there was,
He took a beating after
Tremendous
he came
heart.
back
He
out,
just showed
too.
tremendous heart.
It wasn't no easy road after he got back in there.
No.
They was hitting him hard.
When you think of things like that, you think of, back in the day with Jack Youngblood playing on a broken leg in the NFC or the AFC, or I think it was actually the Super Bowl.
Dinka.
Yeah, Super Bowl. You think of guys like that. They're just, broken hands, broken thumbs, broken legs, pulled muscles, who just decide to take it upon themselves to go out there, and especially this day and age when the quarterback is so babied.
Didn't Urlacher,
yeah.
didn't Urlacher do that last year?
Yeah, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did. And especially like I just said, in a day and age when the quarterback is the baby of the team. It's, don't put any big hits on the quarterback. No, everybody's just so worried about it's the Peyton Manning, Tom Brady rule.
Yeah, but
that's
you know
what it
what?
is.
Tom Brady and a lot of quarterbacks, Stafford and Brady, to name a couple, took a beating yesterday.
Yeah.
Brandon Roethlisberger took a beating yesterday.
Well,
I saw some questionable hits on the knees and the legs.
Yeah.
They could have
Well, and you look back to Stafford's first year as a Lion. I guess it was like the third quarter, and he was like, they were battling back for, and he hurt his shoulder, and he actually finished out the quarter, and it was a season-ending shoulder injury, but he finished out the third quarter with like a 58-yard touchdown.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's like you got these guys who just show tremendous heart, and honestly, I didn't think that Tony Romo had it in him. I thought that he was kind of
He
spoiled.
blindsided me with it.
I thought he had the Blindside, good movie. I thought he had the whole thing about I'm the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, I'm a prima donna.
Right, I got my money on
Absolutely.
whatever.
Team.
Absolutely.
But he did show a lot of heart yesterday. I'm impressed by that, but I'm still keeping my eye out for the future.
Right.
Let's
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah.
Because Romo has to have a successful postseason run, or he will end his career as a
Exactly.
And if you can produce
Right.
just a little
Yeah.
when it counts.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
All right, before we kick it out of here for this quarter, I would just like to say, I know we touched on it while we was off the air, but all three of our teams won this week, so congratulations everyone for us.
Hey, congratulations, sir.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Jen's team won too.
Jen's team won.
Jen's team won.
Both of
Green
them.
Bay.
Yeah.
Green Bay and Tampa Bay. She likes the
Woo!
Bays.
Yeah.
The Bays battle.
Exactly.
She likes the Bays.
So we all did good, and let's hope that it stays that way. So up next.
All right, next up in the hot seat is Mario.
Yep. Go ahead, Ed. This is your thing.
What's my thing?
Ending this.
Oh, I thought we already did. Got-
Tight ends. Last thing I want to hit, at least for right now.
I have a tight end until I eat White Castle a lot, and then.
There was a football player.
Hey.
He went into prison as a tight end, but came out as a wide receiver.
Oh, flex.
So yeah. Anyway, Antonio Gates.
I bet you don't even have Dustin Keller on that, do you?
No, I don't.
It's Mark Sanchez's favorite target.
No,
I like-
that doesn't
I
matter
like-
because Mark
Guess what?
Sanchez is terrible.
Hey,
I like-
see me?
You
On
ready?
the hot seat?
I am ready.
Ready for this baby boy?
I am.
All right.
Let's do this.
I'll get my big boy pants on.
Oh yeah, move your tray.
Anybody need a drink or anything?
I'm golden.
You big? You can start, CT. I'll be back.
I can't start without Ed. That's crazy talk. Crazy. Crazy.
What's there?